Good morning, everybody. It is post day 6 of the Inspire implant surgery. Wanted to take this time to give you all a little bit of background of myself, my struggles throughout the years, and what led me to this point in my life that I'm currently in. I guess, in short, I was kind of tired of being tired. I guess the main reason that I considered this surgery was just from a few facts of my life. This isn't something new. I've had this for as long as I can remember. This is something that I even struggled with back in high school. I would have to go to bed early just to be a functioning high school student, and then shortly after that into my career, I would just always have to go to bed early to get what I thought was, adequate sleep or sleep. Anybody who knew me just knew that, hey, Justin's got a bedtime, 8 p.m., he was in bed. And that's just even to get up for 7 a.m. or what I do now is, 3:30 a.m. I got to be in bed by a certain time so I can get what I thought was adequate sleep. And that's just to be a functioning person in society and a productive worker or colleague. Until recently, my days started to run together. I was constant brain fog. I would have to take daily naps, and any time I see fit, that any 30-minute increments that I could get, I would just go to my car and recline to sleep and try to get a quick 30 minutes to be a good functioning citizen, father, husband, colleague. I was constantly fatigued, just trying to play catch up on whether it be work or household items or work around the yard, everything that's normal to an American citizen. I felt like I kind of struggled with playing catch up on, just constantly being fatigued. About a year ago, my CPAP journey began in June of 2024. Tried different masks, tried different settings, did all the research, kept going back to the doctors and would state that, hey, I could only leave this on for about an hour in, and then I rip it off throughout sleep, and you can't get much data for an hour of use with CPAP. And they recommended to put me on a sleep medication. I denied just because I don't want to be under medication sleeping. I felt like it wasn't the primary source of what was really going on. So the CPAP machine has sat on my nightstand and is still on my nightstand. There's not much you can do with an hour worth of data. I tried it for 8 months. Just really wasn't for me. Did all my research, tried different things that I thought would help, and couldn't find relief from it. It wasn't until recently that a big flag for me was thrown up. I felt like, in a sense, that I was potentially robbing my children of a good childhood, of constantly being fatigued at their activities or just normal day-to-day stuff that you want to be present with your kids for. I just felt like I was always tired, and memory wasn't that great. I want to be able to remember those things, those experiences I have with my kids, and that was a big red flag for me. And also a follow-up with my primary care physician, which was 2 months ago in February. Talked to him, and he asked me how CPAP was going and how everything was going, and I told him, like, look, this is where I'm at with it, nothing's helping. He's like, well, due to your oxygen levels and your AHI score, you really need to look into doing something about it. He said, here, I'm recommending Inspire to you. You can follow up with the ENT surgeon. She'll give you more details about it. So I did, and followed up with her, and she run me through the whole thing. There was 2 invasive surgeries that I could have done, and your tonsillectomy and one other, but based on her explanation, I felt like this was the path of less risk and better outcome was the Inspire. Even removing my tonsils, they said it wouldn't really do much. It wouldn't cure what's really going on. So I chose the route of Inspire. We did the dice. We did the dice, and then I chose the route of Inspire after my options were laid out to me. The dice was pretty seamless. They put you into a drug-induced sleep and study your airway and your tongue movement. Also, I think diet is really important, and I wanted to bring that up because if you're even considering something like this, try to get your diet in line before making a big decision like this. You know, it's something that I tried to do. I could have done a little better at it. My diet could have been a little better before progressing with the decision to do this procedure or surgery. I think it's really important. You know, diet's really important, and if all you need is to fix your diet to fix something for OSA, then that's great. You know, unfortunately, I don't think that was for me. I think I've been at my healthiest weights and still had it significantly. So I don't think diet was my issue. But if all you need to do is fix your diet, then try that first before you move to an aggressive or invasive surgery. I guess my goal is to tell you my story and give you an honest assessment of my background, and if this surgery may or may not be for you. Right now, I can't tell you if it works for me or if it doesn't work for me. The only thing I can really tell you is the surgery wasn't what I anticipated. It thought it would have a lot more pain and discomfort, which look, on day 6, it's still there. The pain and discomfort's still there. I know my limitations. I don't think you should probably be driving on day 6. You know, my neck moving, it's still stiff. Can't see my blind spots. So I think I need to wait a little bit longer before I even think about driving. I thought it was going to be a lot more pain and discomfort just being so close to your major organs and, you know, your anatomy. I mean, in your neck. I mean, that's pretty serious. Like I said, my neck is still stiff. Listen to the doctor's orders of the 5 pounds and don't lift over 5 pounds for 2 weeks and no strenuous activities for a month. I guess to end this video, I don't think OSA is discussed enough and is taken seriously by our peers and people who may not be educated on it, just because it's something that, you know, they just found in the last 25 to 30 years. I feel like most people who you talk to about this feel like it's either a weight issue or a mental health issue, but it's not. It's a physical issue that's going on in your throat, you know, and I feel like some of the healthiest individuals that I've discussed with have this. So I don't think it's either of those things that people may allude to. For me, I'm just hoping Inspire is a solution of a problem that I fought with, for which many of my people that I know don't know this, but it's something that I fought with for a long time. You know, 13 years from what I can remember. I'm really hoping, and I wasn't really diagnosed with it till about a year ago. I'm hoping this is the answer to help me to a better quality of life for myself, my family, my kids. I want to be present when my family and my kids are around me. I really don't want to be tired all the time. So, like I said, if you're in a similar situation, I'm hoping through the next months that I go through this process, and, you know, in a few weeks they activate the device, this therapy. I'm hoping that my story may help you make your decision. You know, it wasn't a decision I took lightly. It was something that I thought about I did a lot of research on. You know, it's an invasive surgery on something that you can't pull out your body, so It's not a decision that you should take lightly. Um, and yeah, that's my testimony. I'll do a video tomorrow on post day 7 on kind of where I'm at, uh, health wise, on recovery. And yeah, if you got anything, let me know. All right, bye.